Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book, and
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it.
Hold on, let me turn it.
Hello and good morning. And of course, my furnace has decided to just be real loud next to us.
I just did it right there.
The minute we were like, oh, you're on the air?
Yeah. Good morning.
I know. Welcome into a Friday, and we're about to have a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. In the studio with us today, we've got Ted Murphy, writer extraordinaire,
Oh, jeez.
right?
If you say so.
Right. We've got Andrea, who's makeup extraordinaire,
Aw.
but is here for comedy.
Yes, Flapjack comedy. We're 10 years old this year.
Stop it.
10
Seriously?
years. Yep. 2015. Preston started it.
That's
Mhm.
amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I
Now,
know.
we've had you on the air with us before, but it's been some time, Andrea. So maybe give a little background about Flapjack and Preston.
So Flapjack comedy, year-round comedy at the Seacrest Beach Resort. My late husband Preston started it when we moved here in 2013. He had been doing stand-up. We were in New York, blah, blah, blah. But he saw that there was a need for year-round comedy, and he built a brand.
Yeah.
And so we bring down the best Boston comics that we possibly can, and we have quite a following. So yeah, we're 10 years in, so come on out for live comedy at the Seacrest Beach Hotel once a month on a Saturday. The next show is March 15th. We have Kelly McFarland, who is phenomenal. We have Carolyn Plummer and Jody Sloan. So it's girls rule the mic, and they slay it every time.
Yeah, you'll have to zoom in on the after because the tickets are right there for you to look at closer.
Yes,
Girls rule the mic. We'll be giving those away later on today, and I'll let you know how you can win them. I got such amazing feedback. I gave them away as a gift. Trivia winners at the Hyannis Yacht Club. And they were like, we had the best time. This show was hysterical. We loved it. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. But I love the
Oh.
feedback when weeks later people will come up and say, thank you so much. We had a
Yeah.
great experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We just try to bring just universal, comedy. And yeah, people just seem to really respond and just seem to have a great time. And
I had
so-
my own little comedy show Tuesday over at the Seacrest. I had to do a corporate event. It was corporate feud, like
Oh.
Family Feud.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
And my husband decided it would be a really good time to rewire all of the podium that he had already built. And I mean, we were talking 30 minutes before this event. He's like, I'm almost done. I'm like, oh my God. I haven't even tested anything. I'm running over here for a corporate event, and they're like all engineers.
Oh,
Oh, my
man.
God.
Oh, man.
Ah!
Yeah.
Talk about stress. I'm like sweating. I'm like walking in there. I'm like, we're going to have a good time. Where's the bar?
Well, we always have a bar in the room, just so you know, people.
100%.
Priorities. But we had almost 300 people.
That's
for the last show.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So next Saturday, come on out.
Go big or go home. Cindy says, I want to do stand up. Get in line. This is how I met Andrea. I went to Preston and I'm like, look, I'm kind of interested. And also, I wanted to promote your shows because it was just a fun thing to do and no one was doing it.
Well, but wait. Preston stalked you
Yeah.
because
Oh.
we went to the Quahog Republic. He knew you were
That's
going
right.
to be there.
That's
And
funny.
I remember we walked in and he goes, there she is. There she is. And I was like,
Hysterical.
go get her. Go get her, honey.
Go get her, babe. Get her.
And it was love ever since. So,
What's really funny is I met you at the Quahog Republic the first time ever.
Developing.
I heard the voice. I heard the voice.
Oh my God.
I went, oh my gosh, I've been listening to her forever.
right?
I had a conversation with one of our farmers market vendors yesterday, and I hung up the phone. And then 20 minutes later, he texted me, "You're that Stephanie?"
Right.
I'm blown away. My partner still wears a 96 Free the Rose t-shirt. I was like, oh my God. He goes, there was something about our conversation. I just couldn't get it out of my head. What is
Legendary.
that
That's awesome.
voice? Unbelievable. So here we are today. We've got Girls Rule the Mic that is coming up, but also you are involved in a polar plunge.
Yes. So we I wanted to do a charity event. We used to connect it to the shows. And I thought, well, let's get Flapjack's name out into the community
Yeah.
for people that don't even know we exist, even though it's in Falmouth, right?
Right.
So I wanted
This
to
is
do
how Falmouth works, though. You know this.
I wanted to do a charity, and I came across this charity called Dream Day on Cape Cod at another event I had been at, and I met the woman Heather and her business partner Steve, who run it. And it's basically they have a campsite in Nickerson State Park in Brewster, and they host 8 families that have terminally ill or severely ill children, like a Tommy's Place. And I guess from what I understand, they can refer families and things
I love
like that,
that.
right? I know.
But I mean, out in nature,
And it's
living
so
life.
they have like kayaks that are fitted with
move your body.
that you can put. It would be like a wheelchair on the front, so these kids can get out on the water. I mean, it makes me cry when I think about it.
Right.
You know, to have an experience that they wouldn't normally have, and I just fell in love with it. And so, really want to get the word out for them, raise as much as we can for them, and just be a part of the community.
So not only is this Polar Plunge that is happening
Oh, yeah.
on Sunday, starting at noon, and we're raising money for Dream Day on Cape Cod, but we're also raising money for Sham Ruck, Team Sham Ruck for Ruck4hit. And mind you, my fundraiser is wrapping right up at the same exact time. So you will see some overlap in people supporting Heroes in Transition, which is an amazing organization. And as far as I'm concerned, all of the money that we can raise for Heroes, I'm fine with it. Let's go.
Yeah.
But this weekend is crazy for fundraisers. We've got Big Nick's Ride. I've got a fundraiser going on at New Seabury on Saturday for Team Lanzoni. And this will be the 10th year, I think, that Jim Kiley has done this fundraiser, Irish Fest. So it's Ireland, the band, who is, they're so amazing. If you've not had a chance to listen to them, grab a ticket and come see us Saturday afternoon. I know Vanna Pacella's big 18th birthday is happening at the Kuna Messet. Tonight, I've got a disco night at Dino's. If you don't go out this weekend, you've got problems.
Yeah. But that says so much about Cape Cod, doesn't it? That we do so much for one another.
Absolutely.
I mean, you have us on, and you have your own event going on.
But this is what we do, right? I mean, it depends on where you are, how you're feeling, what your mood is. I will throw it all at you as long as you take one thing, because I never want to hear, I'm bored. No one invited me to something.
Exactly.
How many times do you get, oh, I didn't know about that?
Yeah.
That one human that's like
right
in their own bubble.
Oh, you should have promoted it.
Right?
Right.
It's like,
oh, why did I think of that?
And I wanted to just say about the plunge too. You don't have to plunge. Just show up and just donate and look and watch us crazy people run into the
cheer
water.
us on. I am plunging.
Cheer us on.
Oh, are you?
Yes. I've been plunging. Well, that doesn't sound right at all.
You get in there. You get in there and
Good
plunge.
morning.
I
Plunge it
remember
up,
the
baby.
first time I did the polar plunge, one of my writing students set it up, and that was at Old Silver Beach, but it was low tide. So you had to go out 50 yards, jump in,
Oh no.
and then you run back,
Basically,
and you feel like you got
That's
shot.
a torture plunge.
Yeah.
swimming through kale soup.
Yeah,
Torture plunge. Yeah.
So
that's the
gross.
Portuguese.
Yeah. Sorry, my Portuguese is hanging out. What's up, Gloria? Thanks for joining us this morning. I've got Ted and Andrea Simpson here. And we're just
Oh,
talking
sounds
about
like we're married.
I know it.
Ted Murphy, Andrea Simpson, definitely not married.
Love you, Jen.
This, oh yeah, she's gonna. We'll
She's
get
like,
into
take
Jen.
them. She's like, take them.
I know. We'll get into Jen in just a little bit. The Polar Plunge, by the way, if you do not want to plunge, I heard that there is a huge blow up speakeasy heated igloo in the back by
It's
Cape
a
Cod
hand
Speakeasy.
Built. It's hand built, not even a blow up. It's like a
Oh.
hand built. Yeah. And they're gonna have heated, right? With
Yeah,
beer tasting.
Kevin Riley from Cape Cod Speakeasy or Speakeasy Cape Cod.
Right.
You have to come just
I
to
gotta
see
see it,
Yeah.
right?
Because we're like, hey, send out some pictures. But then he was like, no, just tell them to come, because once you see it,
Once you see it, they will come.
they will. Or they'll be lazy and be like, that's really cool.
What is
and
that?
Then they keep,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Scroll on their
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media. There's a beer tasting with Start Line Brewery
Yep.
that's going to be at
Joe-
the finish line.
Joe Stegman from Start Line Brewery will be at the finish line.
Correct.
It's gonna be a fun day.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna
come
be
on
awesome.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the off season. I think that us as Cape Codders are always desperate for stuff to do when it is drab. It is miserable. We are not getting the vitamin D that our body is requiring. And we need to do something
100%.
or we're going to lose our minds.
We're going to shock ourselves into our systems by flying ourselves into the water.
Exactly. Like it's The Shining, crying out loud.
Can I officially call out Mo Cheeks?
Absolutely.
Because he's like, I'm just going to take pictures this year. He's been plunging with me. Again, that doesn't sound right. He's been plunging with me for about 8 years.
Plunging together for a long time.
And now this year he's going to just take pictures. Come on, Mo.
As I recall, were you not both at his calendar release party?
I was not.
So supportive of that event.
I was there.
Because I saw you on film there.
Doing,
whatever
Ted
it is,
act like an idiot. Like
the thing that he needed you to do.
Exactly.
So I think that you need to plunge, Mo.
Plunge.
Good morning, Miss Haley. Hey, Mary. Nice to see your faces here with us this morning. We are talking about the polar plunge that is happening on Sunday over at Shipwrecked for Team Shipwrecked, and also Dream Day on Cape Cod. Andrea Simpson is here. Ted Murphy, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good.
You just had your adult class start.
Yes. I've been teaching the Just Write It class. It's going to be my 30th summer.
Wow.
So if you have kids, great. But I also teach adults. I mean, you have a story. Let's do it.
Is that why one of your most famous students sent you a video that looked like I was watching your obituary this morning? I was like, what is happening? Ted Murphy was a great guy. I was just like, what is this for?
It really felt like they're planning. I'm getting a lot of those.
Are you going to be offed? Is this polar plunge going to end your life?
Do we have an EMT, by the way?
Seriously. Anybody that's an EMT, please find us over the high school.
Claire, Ted. But yeah, I got that from Julia Cox, who I've mentioned on the show before. She wrote Naiad, and she's got a couple of other projects that are under wraps right now.
Well, I'm sure now she's sought after. You know what I mean? It's always that one that you've got to break through to have people notice who you are and notice your talent.
And get, a nomination for an Academy Award. I mean, that's all you need.
It's just the little things.
Yeah.
But to have her have a student and to have her go on to greatness, you can't help but feel that pride. Like you were some part of shaping that.
I always say,
even if you weren't, we take credit for it.
Well, that's the thing. She walked in my class when she was 9, and I was like, by the end of that first day, I was like, oh, this kid has it.
Yeah.
But I like to, I don't even consider myself a teacher, more like a coach.
Mentor. Yeah.
I see them and I'm like, okay. And then they become teenagers, and some of them will go,
I gotta tell you, these kids absolutely adore his class. To go to a sweaty ass shed in the summertime and hang out with Ted Murphy on your weekends
and eat creamsicles
and be like, I'm joyful. I would like to pay for this process. And they love it. And it's so good.
Yeah.
And I know firsthand with my daughter and how much her writing skills blossomed, but also her as a human being in her thought process and having that space to just like be weird with Ted was great.
Yeah.
I was like, get your weird out with that. Yeah. Go on.
Well, the whole thing is writing is, I think it's one of the greatest therapies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And what I say to them, what happens in the shack stays in the shack.
And it truly does, because I have no idea what the hell they did in there. They had a great time. And Ted was like, oh, I don't know, but I think I'm going to get her on this one. And I'm like, great, but never actually divulged anything that they talked about.
There's been times where you're like, have another tequila and tell me what's going on. I'm like, I can't. But I took the tequila.
Not another Guinness, not a tequila. No.
But yeah, I absolutely love it. And I also teach, now parents are taking the class.
I love the adults one in.
And
they want a piece of Ted.
No. I have no comeback.
He's like, I don't even know what to say to her right now.
but really, like adults, parents, you should carve out time for yourself.
Yeah.
Whether it's my class or whatever you like to do in life, or want to do, and you go, I'll get to it. You're not going to get to it unless you put that time.
I
and say,
know.
you know what? This is my time.
I set aside, I said to Cliff at the January, and now here we are into March. I was like, I'm going to take a pottery class. He's like, okay. I think you should do that. I've been telling you you need a hobby. I don't know where I'm going to fit said hobby in, but I really would like to. This is on some point this year. I will take a damn pottery class. I'm
Even
gonna
if it's
do
just,
it.
even if it's just one.
Right? Exactly.
Just one time.
Something. I'm going to channel my energy more and get in that clay.
Right.
Doing it. It's happening.
Well, then you make it, and then you can throw that at Cliff when you're done. You know?
Hopefully some no weird ghosts come after you.
Oh my God. That would be my luck.
You're like, who are you? Wait.
Guys, I have messages. When did she become Teresa Caputo?
Right.
What happened? What's happening here? I can't even. So also on your side hustle of your 37 side hustle, Andrea,
Yes.
you're over at Trevi.
Yes, I am. 2 nights a week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I bartend over there, and Trevi's great. It's
Yeah, I
been-
know. I leave half my paycheck over there. I'm obsessed with their like chicken pita thing of whatever it is.
Yeah,
But then I get talking, then a glass of wine happens, a charcuterie board, and now I'm in.
we have, I think, one of the best charcuterie boards around.
It's so good.
It's so good. Yeah. Yeah.
My thing is the mushrooms. They went away. Are they back or
The
what's
mushrooms are back, Ted. They've been back for a while.
Ted was
Oh,
planning
you
to
just
throw
haven't
her
come
under
to
a
see
bus,
me.
right?
Well-
He's like, I'm not coming until the mushrooms are back.
I'm like, now you have no excuse.
I do have my 3-mile radius.
That's right. Yeah. A lot of people do. That's
What-
the thing, right? As Cape Codders,
Yeah.
we kind of get caught in our little, areas.
Bubbles.
We got to get out. We
When-
got
when
to
I-
go. We got to get out there and move. Come on, Ted.
When I was
Come
first
to Mashpee, Ted.
when I was first dating Jen,
Seriously.
Jen was 3.3 miles away.
You're like, oh,
And I go, oh, you're kind of over the, but it worked. And now,
right?
now she
You
lives
made
with
it.
me. Yeah.
I'm so proud
Yeah,
of you. No, now you dragged her into your 3-mile
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
radius.
We
But
also,
she works in Mashpee at Rockland Trust.
true.
So she goes beyond.
Love it.
And I follow.
Right.
So I will be back.
okay, good. We also make a really mean espresso martini.
So good. One of my favorites.
Really great. And I guess there's some espresso martini
Competition. I was wondering if you guys were entering.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Awesome. That's over
Yeah.
at Cape Cod Coffee.
Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to it. I told them that if they needed any judges, that I mean, talk to the professional.
You're the best judge around.
Right. I agree. I will let you know.
What was the thing you had me judge? It was at the Seacrest.
Oh, that was the cocktail competition. Cocktails.
Cocktails?
There was not enough food at that event.
No, there
We
was not.
realized that there was not enough food at that event. All of us went to McDonald's afterwards. We were all like on the side like of McDonald's. All with safe drivers, by the way. But we had, we were lined up on like the grass of McDonald's. We didn't have food. There was no food at this event.
Gotta have food.
We learned.
Yeah.
Because we wanted everyone to win.
Right?
Like after the third one, we're like, this is great.
That sounds good.
That's a good one.
Who thought that was a good
Yeah,
idea?
that was
No cocktail competitions. That was a poor choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to support you
Thank
and
you.
your espresso martini quest for the cup.
Yes, quest for the cup. Perfect. See, you have to be there.
I love
Stephanie.
it. I agree. Right. Tori Gilson says, "Love me some Andrea."
Oh, hi, Tori. I can't wait to dance and listen to your beautiful voice. She's amazing.
She really is. She's a
Amazing.
jack of all trades. I
Yeah,
feel like if
so
you're a
talented.
Cape Codder with less than 2 jobs, you're doing it
Exactly.
right. We don't know what you're doing, but we're jealous.
Super talented. Hi, Tori. Love you.
Legitimately. So
Well, can you fill me in? Because I don't know Tori.
Oh.
So I'm.
Soul Purpose. She's
Mhm.
the lead singer of Soul Purpose.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
she's awesome. Yeah.
And I think she also works at Off the Grid. There's a couple of other, like, she's a hairdresser. I feel like you've got 47 side hustles,
Yes,
man.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
You know, I love it. I love it.
Legit.
Yeah.
We're all doing, because we're not too good to do something. We're just like, what do you need help
What-
with? I'll do that.
Just jump in. And also it just gets you out in the community. Like I go around and I'll put posters up for, Flapjack comedy around
I know.
town.
I almost drove over it at the
Yeah.
bagel shop.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh, Andrea, got any tickets?
I saw her. I was
Legit.
I was at the bank.
Yeah, right.
And you were coming through and I saw her and I was coming. I was like, oh, I got it. And I come running around
Like,
the
ah.
building. And she's like,
Stephanie, and it took me a minute to register.
wa-
When someone's
waving-
calling your
waving-
name.
waving these. I'm like,
I'm like,
hey, I got posters. I got tickets. I got
Who's this lunatic waving things at me? Oh my God, it's Andrea.
because the sun was in your eyes, and so you couldn't see it.
Oh my gosh. That would have been a great news story.
Right?
It was
Yeah.
hilarious. It was hilarious.
Tonight on Fox News, Stephanie Viva ran over.
Driving a
comedian.
Lemonadio vehicle over a local comedy lady.
Yeah. But she got her tickets.
Right.
It's better than the FedEx guy in the ocean. That was
Oh
nobody
my
believed
God.
it. Nobody believed it.
Everyone's like, that's AI. Stop it.
Yeah.
100%. I didn't know that the driver was still in the truck
Oh
too.
my God.
Did you see what I put on Facebook?
No.
I said, well, he wasn't. He was trying to rescue his friend, and I put on Wilson. a picture
Oh,
of
that's
Wilson.
what that was. So embarrassing. That's a bad day at work for anybody right there.
The joke or the whole thing?
Both, all of the above. Castaway over here. So, what are you watching right now? Because I am, once again, I've talked about it all week long. I am still stuck with Law and Order, and I wake up to, and I'm like, oh, I'm in a crime.
I played a lawyer on Law and Order.
Andrea, I need to know what episode this
I was
is.
like, it's my 5 seconds of fame. but
Okay.
it was-
So you
it's-
found the body.
No, I didn't.
'cause it
know. I
usually
was-
opens
I
up
was
like,
representing
"There
one
it
of the defendants, and but yes, I was representing one of the defendants. Yes, I was.
Did you win
Yes.
or?
And did I win? Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't remember. But the episode's called Blowout.
That poor
Blowout.
guy's still in jail.
Blowout?
Blowout. Yeah, it was the last season of the regular Law and Order. And I
Oh, it's gonna be a while
snuck
before
in,
we get to you.
snuck in. Yeah, I'll be dead by the time
We
you get there. There's so
started
many
it from the beginning. I'm like, why? It doesn't, some of it's really inappropriate. And I'm like, this does not fly. This does not fall into 2025. Nope. Haley Woods. Yeah, Wilson. Yes, exactly.
Yes. My guilty pleasure right now is Traitors.
I don't know what that is.
It's a reality show where they just someone out there help me on this one. Basically, they do their little thing where they make money, you know, like Survivor. But then there's 2 or 3 traders, sometimes 4, and they tell you like, "Hey, I'm your buddy." So there's traitors and faithfuls.
Oh, is that the one who's the Scottish guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh man,
I know,
I'm
right?
blank.
We're so bad. I've definitely seen this.
Yeah.
Cliff and I tried to get
Like,
into this.
I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm looking for a show with
It's
a
like-
Scottish guy
Yeah.
that someone's doing something with somebody else, and
Nailed it.
and I'm in.
And they say you're the traitor.
I was, because we are
I'm gonna research that.
Massachusetts, I thought you meant trader. Like they were out there with pelts and,
Oh.
and beads and necklaces.
That's where you went, Stephanie.
What are they trading? What goods are they trading? Are they on the Oregon Trail?
But
I'm
the
like,
fact
wow, that I never would have gone there.
that's awesome. The fact I still can't explain it. But what I can explain,
It's traitor.
I'll give you
Traitor?
quahog shells. Quahog shells.
traitor?
And it's basically like a scavenger hunt in the house, and somebody is a mole.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, there are
Right.
3 moles.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
But why I'm so kind of out of it
Okay.
was last night was the finale, and I won't give it up.
But
But my wife, we're 10 minutes away from. We watched like 22
Alan
episodes.
Cumming, thank you very much.
thank
Mary
you.
O'Keefe. She said Traders is fabulous. I binged the UK and Australian and New Zealand versions.
Oh,
There are 3 other versions.
yes, yes. She is my person. That is my person right there.
Thank you for clarifying.
All right.
But-
we appreciate you, Mary. We'd be lost without you right now. I'm still over here giving away wampum.
We're very lost.
I
We're
don't know
very
what's happening.
Yeah, I'm like, quahog shells. Here you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
I went to traders like on Wall Street. I'm thinking, oh, they're trading money. Like, what are they doing? They're like stock market. Like, what is? I honestly had no idea.
And we speak English
In-
as
in
a regular
Scotland?
a first language.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel bad for the
I teach writing. I couldn't even describe it. But
welcome to the shit show that is this morning show. We welcome you in.
but
What are we talking
I
about?
have to get back to my point. My point was we're 10 minutes away from the finale last night. I'm like, hey, hun, who do you think? And I look, and she's asleep. Yeah.
This is what, yep, that's what I'm married to
Yeah.
also.
So then I'm like, I'm gonna rustle her awake.
Babe, get out.
And I go, hey, we're 10
You're
minutes
missing
away. And she goes, Don't watch the end of it.
Tease.
Okay, what do you do at that point?
No, Cliff will shut it off. Like he gets
Yeah.
I've gotten mad. I've gotten very angry. Like
You're
left the
10
room.
minutes, honey. Come on.
Now I'm wide awake.
I watched
angry.
the end of it.
Mary says it's on Peacock. Thank you very much, Mary.
Mary's the showrunner. Mary's the showrunner for Traitors.
I think she used to work for Comcast, so they're like production
Oh,
division.
Can you do something about my bill?
No, she cannot. She
No.
does not do that.
No,
portion.
no. You try to find them on.
No, you got to go down to the store. You just
gotta
got to go.
there.
You just
Yeah.
got to go to the store. They were
And-
great. Actually, I went down there to clarify some things on my bill.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And,
Listen here.
and they were wonderful.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lady that whoever I forget.
Well,
what her
because
name
you know
was,
it's not their fault.
but- No, it's not. But she was great. She's like, yeah, you don't need
It's
this. You don't
not
need that.
your
number.
fault that you raised my bill.
Yeah, right.
I know.
It's not your fault.
money, money, money. It's one of those things though where my husband does a really good job of being kind to the human being that's on the phone line because he knows it's not their fault, but it's almost like angrily, condescendingly, but very nice to the point where I was getting I forget what I was getting a facial or something like that for my friend Sarah, and he walks in and he's like, I said to Scott, it's not your problem, Scott. It's blah, 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 blah. And she just fell out of the chair laughing just because the way he said it.
Oh.
It's not Scott's fault. He didn't do it. It's the company's policy. They're just the ones enforcing it.
I know.
Please be nice to your customer service people.
But here's my problem. I talked to Scott and I'm like, Jen, I'm gonna bring down this bill. And I'm like, and I get off the phone and it's like, okay, now we have Nessun Plus. We have all these other things.
Ted, why is the bill more expensive?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. Scott got me.
Scott was a great guy.
I got.
He comes to the Cape now and then. I said he could park here and go to the vineyard.
Oh my God. Now you're a new best friend.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I told him to meet us out on the porch for drinks.
Right. Come to the shack anytime.
Can you make a snack board for us?
Right.
I'm sending some of my books to Scott for free. Well, yeah, but he was a nice guy.
Oh my God. We are the same human beings. We really are. It's what we do. Today is National Employee Appreciation Day.
Ah.
So if you're a boss out there, be nice to your people. They're the ones who make things work in an outward representation of you.
So I'm self-employed. What do I do?
We're
Right.
screwed. All of us.
Yeah, just be nice to
Yeah,
your.
yeah.
I don't know. Like look in the mirror
Yeah.
and say I love you. I don't know.
Right? I know.
Stuart Smalley,
You're good
you're
enough.
good enough.
Right.
You're
You're-
kind enough.
I know. And people
People
like
like
you.
Yeah. Gosh darn it, they do. I appreciate us. All three of us
But it depends on
entrepreneurs.
which hat you're wearing because I have 3 hats too. So it's like
Can we talk about that? How do you keep it straight sometimes? Because I'm really blurring a lot of lines lately, and I'm
Right.
like, I just can't.
this is when. So I'm a makeup artist, so I do a lot of weddings and all that kind of stuff. And this is a time when things just start to accelerate. As I'm looking at your sign that says Business Accelerator Program,
Right? Exactly.
but it starts to accelerate, and all of a sudden, everyone's emailing for dates, and then I'm also scheduling for trials. And spring becomes. It's like I feel like my head is just spinning,
Yep.
know, and I'm going, okay, it's Charlotte, it's Charlene, it's Carlene, it's
Right?
It's all these different names. You just want to make sure that you're straight on everything. But
Yeah,
it just
the
it gets a
balance.
little bit crazy, yeah. But you just have to breathe.
Right? I'm just in that space now where I'm like, oh, I'll have plenty of time next week. And then next week comes and I was
Yeah.
like, I'll have plenty of time next week. And then all of a sudden now it's April. I can't get on top of things.
It starts to go so fast, so quickly.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. It's I know. I agree. I don't have an answer for you.
I know. It's going to be September before I'm like, now I'm looking for things to do, what
Yeah.
to do with myself. And I'm fine. I'm okay with the constant motion, which is the person that I am. I've left to my own devices. It's not good. So I
Yeah.
work.
It's good. Yeah, no, it's good to stay busy.
I
It's good to
actually
stay
have a
busy.
question for you.
Yeah,
Do you ever sleep?
I do. I sleep well. I
that's
literally
good.
pass out. Like when my head hits the pillow, I'm asleep.
Wow.
To when I wake up, my alarm goes off. Like I'm done.
Okay, I
That's
have
a-
an alarm issue thing.
Okay.
So, how do you do your alarm? Do you
One
do
and done. I'm up.
Okay, that's how I do it.
Yeah.
So this morning, I'm like,
Even
okay,
the fact my husband said to me this week, he's like, "Why are you on already?" It's like you're on.
I'm a snoozer.
Ugh.
I
Oh, he's
snooze
a
for
hot-
the 8
yeah,
for like the
yeah.
9 minutes, and I go, okay, I got 9 minutes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I can do this.
my wife does
Well,
that
let's
all
go.
the time. She'll go 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes. So we'll
No, that
wake
makes
up.
it
We'll wake up
worse.
at 6.
Yeah.
Right.
But we'll do like 10.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I just want to sleep till like 6:30.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Yeah. It's got to be either or.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna linger, then I've lost all motivation to do anything, and now I will linger. Now I will have a bad day.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, go get my laptop. I don't walk today. This is the day my legs are broken. It happens once a month. What did my girlfriend Serafina says it's Herkel Durkel. It's what they do in Scotland. They have just a bad day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where they just like get
I was
all their
reading about
stuff.
that.
Yeah, and it's supposedly good for you. I mean, now they call it bed rot. I don't think it's a great thing all of the
I
time.
like Herkel Durkel.
But I
Herkel
like-
Durkel is a much better name than Bed Rot.
Right? Yeah.
never heard of this.
Yeah. So when you Herkel
But I-
Durkel and
but
just have a bed day.
But apparently I've done it.
Yeah. Right? Where you're just like, I don't feel like
Yeah.
doing anything today. I don't
Yeah.
feel like being around people. I don't want to deal with the world. I'm just gonna work from where I am and let my whatever happens, and then I'll nap it out.
Right.
So yeah, if I don't get up and get on, forget it. It's a heavy lift. Nothing worse than waiting around to go to work. I can't.
Yeah.
I need to be in motion.
Yes. You got to. Yes. That's why, like, I have to. I go to work at 4 for
Yeah.
Trevi, right?
That's tough.
But I'm used to it. I guess
Yeah.
I've done it for so long,
Yeah.
so I can get my stuff done. Then I come home, I chill for a second, and then I go.
I
you
feel like
know?
that's also a New York mentality because everything happens at night, overnight,
Yeah,
night.
I just did it for so long. I mean, I was in dance and I was in acting and and just that's what you do.
Shows and
You
stuff are at
work-
night.
Shows are at night. You're working in a restaurant usually, and it just becomes a way of life, And so I'm used to that starting later in the day and
Yeah.
going. But now I'm older. So I'm not, up till 2 in the morning.
Not at all.
Even though I left to my own devices, I'm more of a night owl than
Tonight is like my late night. Friday nights, we're over at Dino's. It's a disco party tonight. It's 8 until 11.
Woo!
11. I'm like, oh, I am fumes by the time. But when you get a little crazy,
Yeah.
because you really should be in bed because my bedtime is at
I'll
9
call
p.m.
you from my
I'm
Scottish
like,
bed.
"Ah!" Yeah, right. Call me while you're Herkel Durkling.
Well, at least you don't have a long commute.
Yeah,
so that's
no,
good.
no. Few minutes away. We really have a good time. But Friday night social has become something of in and of itself. It's basically like a living room party from like the 50s and 60s. It's like, what do you want to do? You want to play a record? We'll play a record. What do you want to do? You want to sing? We're gonna sing. And literally, it is. And people have been loving it. I have been doing a lot of karaoke as well. And I had a blind Scottish gentleman come and sing karaoke.
Oh,
Aw.
wow.
He's amazing, Mackie. And his person, Rebecca, she kicks him in. All right, it's about to start right now, and she'll start with a word, and he just goes.
He knows he has a song.
What's he
Everything.
saying?
Oh, he's saying 500 miles, which I was so excited for.
Oh, wow.
But then he's saying, like, I think we're alone now. He was like just getting in there with like,
We're alone
my
now.
Debbie Gibson, Tiffany. I was
Wow.
just loving every ounce of it.
With bagpipes?
No,
Or
not with
what?
that. I mean, he had to hold his stick. Like, he's only got so many hands. His stick and his microphone. Can't do bagpipes
that's
too. Oh my gosh. What's up, Dem? Demetrius, our friend over at Steeple Street Music. Also, The Listening Room. Don't forget to follow them and check them out on social media. Always got a fun show. I got a rep Mashpee here.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of things here at the Chamber of Commerce. We've got our annual meeting. I'm a little nervous.
Is
it's
it
my
your first one?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I'm a little bit nervous.
You'll be great.
Thanks. Break a leg. No, Patrice was awesome. She was like, all right, well, I'll go through my notes from when I was a president and we'll go through like the meeting portion. And I'm like, thank you. So in her crazy day of doing all that she does for Rockland Trust and running for a political office, had time to sit for 20 minutes with me to make sure that I was okay
Aw.
to
I've
do like the
known-
work portion of my meeting.
I've known Patrice, wow, since she was 8th grade, maybe.
Right?
What an awesome person.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
These are the people
And
that
her
we
brother
surround
isn't that
ourselves with.
bad either, Larry.
Larry, you're all right too.
I was good friends with. I am good friend. Well, I haven't seen him in a while, but Larry, he's a principal now.
Oh, seriously? That's
If I could
serious
tell you
business.
the stories about Larry back then, well, he could tell stories too.
I'm
So,
sure.
We don't tell stories.
Yeah, we don't. Those are stories
So-
we don't tell anymore, especially in
says the writer.
academia. We write them down and we change their names and we change the situations, but it's still real stories.
Yes.
I'm on to you, Murphy. I know what's going on over there.
He's taking notes.
Yeah,
Taking
right?
notes,
Yeah.
taking notes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we have got our annual meeting. I'm so thankful for the humans that we are surrounded by. I really am truly. I went to our one-room schoolhouse this week. We went on a little field trip with my Mashpee High School seniors, workers. And I said,
so fun.
yeah, we asked Richard DeSorger to write an article about Mashpee for our upcoming Mashpee magazine, our visitor's guide. And I wanted to have some more town stuff in there for tourism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're scaring us with the doom and gloom that the Canadian tourists aren't coming.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, well, we need to market to the Mid-Cape. Maybe
Right.
we can
Right.
get them to come and visit us, be a tourist on your
Right.
own little island, right?
Absolutely. Up staycations. Yeah.
Exactly. So we were having this conversation, and I didn't realize that Mashpee had a Cape League baseball team at one point,
I didn't know
Oh,
that at all.
right? And in there was the little trophy from when we had won in 1948. And it was the names of the guys on the team. And I was like, this is cool. I had no
Aw.
idea,
Yeah.
especially since the Falmouth Commodores just became Mashpee Chamber members. And they're going to have a Mashpee night. And they asked me to throw out a pitch.
That's so fun.
I'm so
A
excited.
pitch or the first pitch?
The first pitch.
That'd be weird if it was the seventh inning.
Right.
Get out there.
Viva's
You're
coming
throwing
in.
a pitch.
Viva's coming in. She's never played baseball before. Let her throw. So I'm going to need you.
When is it?
Yeah.
Do you know?
I don't know the
Oh, okay.
name of the date of the game,
Okay.
but there'll be a little Mashpee section.
That is
But then I
awesome.
told her, I said, Commodores has 2 M's and one is for Mashpee. You're welcome. We want a team. We want to be part of a team. So I'm going to need you to help me throw.
Oh, I'll be there. Yeah. Cape League baseball is amazing.
Mhm.
They all end up in the major leagues. I should host a player.
I know. I think we're talking about hosting a player this
yeah,
year.
because if they make it, then you go,
That's what I
all
told
right.
Cliff.
come on,
We're the good seats.
hook me up.
Don't forget your family.
Yeah.
We're part of the family now.
I want to get out there and go. I honestly have never been to a game.
What?
Uh,
You're not alone.
I
So many
know.
Cape Codders say we're going to go, we're going to support. It's going to be a great season. And then summer happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We get swept into the nonsense that we do. And we forget to enjoy where we live.
Right.
And we forget to enjoy the cool things that we are surrounded by. So this is a challenge to you Cape Codders out there that are watching and beyond. Do something in your town, in your nearby town that you keep saying that you're going to do, but actually do it this year.
Come to
it.
Flapjack Comedy.
Yeah, right?
When I was a little kid, my favorite part of going to a Falmouth Commodores game was when there was a foul ball.
Yep.
If you got the ball and brought it back to the concession stand,
Yep.
you would get a free hot dog.
It's the little things.
Yeah.
Nice.
One day I had 4 hot dogs.
That's awesome.
By the 4th one,
He's
And
like,
I
I'm going to
I
eat
was,
it.
I was
Yeah.
crawling
I'm
for that
doing
5th
it.
foul
I'm
ball. I
going to
was
do
like,
it.
I can do it.
I'll never be in a hot dog eating contest.
It grosses. Competitive
Oh my
eating
God.
makes me ill. It's a really hard to
I don't know how
watch.
they do it. It's just
I won the quahog eating contest one year for Quahog Republic.
Oh my gosh.
how many
you know-
quahogs?
Not many.
Thank you. Thank you.
Were you the only competitor?
No,
He made it up
No,
himself. He
you
was
know-
by himself.
No, I beat Mo. I beat Mo Cheeks by half a quahog. And how I won, it was 4 quahogs. Eric came out with a full tray of these quahogs.
Damn
They
you,
were
Eric
s-
Bevins.
Well, yeah. You know why? Because he was
Yeah. You know why?
he was leaving to go to Foxwoods.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Yeah, guys, go do this."
Yeah, Get it
He
done.
goes, "I got to get going," and they were still steaming hot. So poor Mo, I could see Mo. He's like burning,
Steam.
and there were like 4 other guys, and I went like this with my pint of Guinness. I poured it on all.
You
all the-
animal. You
Yeah,
just
and
did Kobayashi
Yeah,
that, like
yeah,
dipped it in
yeah,
water and
yeah.
then dumped it in beer.
yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, wait. And I won.
Well, that was
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah.
That was brilliant. Yeah.
I
And
hope
then-
somebody out there is watching this with no volume right now and is watching us crazily.
So you just
No, and I think
someone's going to do that now. They're going to be like, we have a new special. It's cohogs soaked in beer.
It's drunken hogs. Drunken
called-
hogs.
They were tasty.
These cohogs have been murphied.
I was actually enjoying
These
them. I
cohogs
was like,
have been murphied.
yeah. But no,
Typical
the
Murphy.
next year it was regular temperature.
Perfect for St. Patty's Day.
The next year it was regular. I think Rich Rogers or someone won.
The temperature regulator.
They had they ate like 8. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
But considering what I was
think
going through,
it was very creative of you.
Unbelievable. No, I'm definitely not going to be singing the national anthem. God help us all before Ted's eating competition.
Oh, now you have to.
I think that all competitive eating needs to start with the national anthem just in case
By
you
Stephanie
go.
Viva.
Nobody needs that in their life. Vanna Pachella turns 18 years old. She's going to be at the Kuna Mesa this weekend. The Zajac brothers are going to be there. Her band is going to be there. They're raising money for Tommy's Place,
oh,
which is
fantastic.
which is just another fabulous fundraiser and
Amazing.
place.
She's very talented.
Amazing.
Yeah.
18 years old, right? This is where it begins, my friend. She's writing her album. She released 2 singles. I'm very much excited to see where her career goes. And I told her she better remember us once again, like the Cape League team.
Yeah.
Remember us.
She'll remember you. She'll be like, security, get her away from me.
That lady is crazy. Remove her, please.
That lady that sang the national anthem, never again.
Yeah.
No.
Terrible, terrible. What's up, Mari? Thanks for joining us on the show.
That's my girl.
Absolutely. We've got so many wonderful people checking in with us this morning. And thank you for spending your morning with us here on a Friday. Things are starting to happen. Daylight savings time, right?
Oh,
Woohoo!
yes.
I know, right?
Such
Thank
a
God.
psychological lift from the depths of despair.
I don't know if it'll lift us from the depths of despair currently, given the climate of
Yeah.
everything of the world, but I'll take the
A little
hour.
more sunshine. It's
Yeah.
okay.
We'll
All right.
give you back the hour.
Yeah.
We'll do what we're doing here. Just take it. I don't need it anymore.
Oh man.
Right? So once again, let's talk about the polar plunge because that's really what we're here for.
Okay. Shock our systems back into I don't know what. Just
Well, the ocean's not too bad, right? Did we check a temperature on that? Because I think
it's 0.
No,
it's fine.
no, we
It's gonna be
Because
fine.
for your mental health.
I just keep I'm doing it for the kids. I'm doing it for the kids.
That's
I'm
it.
doing it for the kids. That's
it's
why I'm
not going to
doing
be bad because we had to postpone it because of weather. And
That
So-
weather was
someone-
so bad.
Yeah.
someone wrote on Facebook, "Oh, you can't plunge in this weather." No, we're going to have a party after.
We want people to show up.
Yeah, it's not unenjoyable.
It was downpouring.
I-
It was
Yeah,
Yeah.
terrible.
yeah. So the party aspect.
It's
we
cold
couldn't
and
do.
no sun.
So now
Yeah.
we're calling it plunge into spring.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I don't
Whatever.
know, I guess we're calling it that.
I'm
we
fine.
are. We are plunging forward into spring.
Yeah.
I'll run that.
Yeah.
Plunge ahead.
Yeah, plunge ahead. So this is our first polar plunge with Flapjack,
Okay.
and I love that we were able to coordinate with Shipwrecked and the Ruck team, and have it up there because I think it's a great.
Yeah, I
space.
love Rob over
do
at
it.
Shipwrecked. He really does a good job, and he's always down for a bad idea. I'm like, Rob, let's do it. And he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, I love Rob too. I've known Rob since because he used to run the BBC.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've known him for 30 years.
So somebody who said to me yesterday, they're like, oh, the BBC. Are there any of those? Oh, I'll meet at the BBC. And I was like, Lorraine, the BBC hasn't been around in a while. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Shipwrecked? Are you talking about Old Triangle? I don't even know what the one in Sandwich is now, the local, I think. They're all just different.
Right. As someone who
In Plymouth, it's the PP House, the Plymouth Public House. Which
Oh,
I
I was
refer
like,
to as the PP House.
wow.
I didn't know that.
Sorry, Plymouth.
Do they really want to be known as that?
No, whether they like it or not, that's what my family calls it. It's right next to the eye doctor.
If you have bad vision, there's some bad
It
stuff
sounds
going
good.
on.
It's the PP
Yeah,
House.
yeah.
That's where we go.
Oh my
But
God.
I was going to give a shout out to Shipwrecked and the fact that as someone, I'm a wash ashore.
Yep.
We moved down when I was 4 years old.
Okay.
I'm still a wash
You're
ashore.
still a wash ashore.
Yeah, I know.
I married a townie, and my
Yeah.
townie lets me know that all
Yeah.
the time. You
It
may
drives-
have made locals, but you're still a wash ashore.
Yeah, my buddy who lives in
I'm a watch ashore
Arizona,
too.
he moved to Arizona when he was 24. He's like, "Oh, you're a wash ashore." I'm like, I've been living in Falmouth Heights for 51
Right.
years.
Yep. It doesn't. You don't count.
And this is, I don't count. No,
You don't matter.
no. But I want to give a shout out to Alex from Shipwreck, who took that building and made it really part of the community.
Absolutely.
You know?
Brought back a little of the old Cape growing
The
up, the
old
heights and the
school,
energy that was there.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
we still have our crazy people who
It says something to me when the human beings that work in that building have been there or have had some sort of tie to that original business all along.
Jen Palmer.
Yeah, when you keep staff that has been there since day one, that's you're doing something right.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
exactly.
I love it. It just has created an atmosphere, you know, where I mean BBC was great, but it was closed in, you
Dark.
know, whereas now it's like it makes sense for that space.
Well,
you know?
celebrating the ocean.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You're on the ocean. You should look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also love that I also love that the town took down those bushes and stuff like that. So that you're just looking straight out and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Well, you can come and hang out with them. It starts at 12 o'clock. We can get registered. 1 o'clock is when the plunge is, after party in the parking lot party.
Yeah.
Again, you don't have to plunge. You just show up and come out and support us.
Yeah.
And support these amazing organizations.
Give a donation.
Yeah, right.
Give a donation. Yeah.
Any bit helps.
Well, that's exactly what I said to all of my friends. I'm like, if you cannot meet me at Knockabout on Sunday morning, I understand 11 o'clock in the morning beer is early. Then make a donation. Thank you very much. That's all. It helps Heroes in Transition. And our poor team is crumbling. If you know anybody out there that's a runner, I think we're about to lose another one of our runners. Somebody had an actual catastrophic injury. Someone's family member has passed and they have to go to another country. And now we've lost somebody that's actually injured again. So we might be just joining up with your team. I don't know what we're going to have left by the time it's time to run this race.
But it all goes to the same place anyway.
Exactly. Well, everything's a little bit different this year too. The route is a little bit different.
Okay. When is the run for you
So
guys?
it is April 25th and 26th.
Okay.
And so I don't run, I drive. I drive for 2 days straight. It is not pleasant. The smell in that van is wretched. The people in there get really grumpy. And we managed to make sure that nobody dies. Everybody's awake, ready for their run. So shout out to all the drivers out there, because you're the ones that are holding the glue. You're doing it.
But you're a veteran. You've been trained to deal with this kind of stuff.
It doesn't mean I need to suck it up all the time. Just because I'm prepared for disaster doesn't mean I need to do it excessively. We're over it, Murphy. We're over it. How do people get a hold of Flapjack tickets to go and watch the shows?
So go to Flapjack, www.flapjackcomedy.com, and you'll see all the shows coming up. We have the shows listed at least through July right now, but we're again year round. We're going all the way into December. So once a month on Saturdays, usually mid-month. But you'll see them if just go to the website and you can buy tickets. And we got some really great shows coming up.
Girls Rule the Mic. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
It's serious comedy.
Oh, I know.
Like,
yeah. No, these people are like, you know,
I call it like over the bridge comedy. Like,
they're all Boston comics, New York.
You're like, wow.
We've had LA comics.
Well, there's different levels. You know what I mean? AJ does a really good job with his comedy troupe, but AJ was also a student of Preston's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they learned by watching the professionals.
Yeah.
And so there's different levels of what you're paying for. So yeah, it's a little bit of an elevated price and ticket, but you're getting actual professional comedians.
Tickets are $30.
That's affordable.
It's really very affordable, and you're getting really 3 solid comics.
Yeah.
You know, it's not and it's just a different it's a more traditional full
it's a great
comedy
date night.
Yeah,
it's a great night out, and God, we all need a damn laugh. I'll tell you what. Like you go and you put your space in there and just have a good time for a bit and let it go.
And if you guys have parties over 6, I can reserve a table for you. So gather your troops and come on out, and it's a great night. So
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so your adult class just started. What else do you have? It's never too early to start talking about summer classes.
Exactly, because with kids, there's so many activities.
Yeah.
So reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, the Just Write It class. TM Murphy. People checking in right now.
Well, you got
like,
7
who is
different
this guy?
names. I know,
Yeah.
right?
Who is this guy?
Is that Declan Rush?
Yeah.
Right.
Is that TM Murphy? Which hat is he wearing right now?
So at the Writer's Shack in Falmouth Heights, this will be my 30th summer of teaching kids.
Isn't that
and
incredible? You're not even
Amazing.
old enough. That's not even
I
possible.
know.
Well,
Well done, Ted. Well done.
I thank my mom, and I will show her this later.
Good.
I thank my mom every day because when I first got published, my first book, The Secrets of Belltown, I remember getting that in the mail, showing my dad, who was a writer. He's like, great job. I show my mom. She goes, and now what are you going to do to give back? I'm like, Mom, I just got the book.
Right.
But she was the one, because the Writer's Shack was just the shack back then.
Right.
It was a party place.
That's it.
And she said, I think you should turn the shack into a place where you teach kids.
Wow.
And that first summer I did it. And I was working at the Island Queen parking lot
Yep.
still. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to be in the parking lot anymore.
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
One summer rotting in a hot parking lot on
Yeah,
pavement. And you
yeah.
were like, I'm good. We can write.
Yeah. And we had to wear pants back then.
Yeah.
God love you, Charlie Bardellis Jr. I love Senior, but Junior said when he took over, he's like,
Guys, we need to
you,
give these
you
kids
can wear
shorts.
I'm like,
Hey, it's the summertime. I'm like, what?
I
Outside.
Nothing so
literally, like,
welcoming than
yeah,
people in pants
Right,
welcoming
yeah.
you to the island.
Right.
I never understood that, but
Might as well
I
have
love the Island
coattails.
Queen. Those are my
Serious.
people.
Coattails
So if
gloves.
you're going to the
Right.
vineyard this summer, go on the Island
and a
Queen.
tray. A tray.
What was it? Women with bikes?
You're right.
That is you two.
We got
I'll just be going now.
started having a conversation.
Ted was trying to put himself on the outside. Absolutely
I
not.
said, No.
This is a Ted Murphy sandwich today. You're getting it
No,
for
no.
both ends.
I have 4 sisters. I'm used to like no
You're
one's
used to
listening.
it.
No one's listening to me.
You're used to it. You're the shack days never ended. Penta.
When we're out with
Oh no. No, quick story, Mark Penta, markpenta.com, illustrator.
I just reached out to him yesterday asking
Oh,
him
really?
about doing a caricature for an event that I
Yeah.
had. Right?
Yeah, I bet.
I did.
No, he's fantastic. We did the Totally Weird activity books.
Yeah.
They're out there in stores.
fantastic books.
But Mark Penta, one day I was in the shack. This is 15 years ago, and I was taking a nap at like 4:00 in July.
Taking a nap.
Yeah. And he walks in and he looks around and he looks at me. He goes, "Hey, bud, I think the shack days are over." I got so angry.
Shot up like a rocket.
And then like 3 weeks later, he's like, "Hey, can I'm doing an event, can I stay at the shack?" And I said, "Hey, you know what, Mark? The shack days are over."
Oh my gosh, poor Penta.
Yeah.
He's like, I just came here to celebrate you. Look what I
Right.
get. I get thrown out of the shack again to the woodshed with you. What's up, Dave Hagner? Thanks for joining us on the show. Mari, Mark Penta, it's our 30-year ongoing joke, and he loves it.
Perfect.
It's amazing. So yeah, whatever it is that you're doing this weekend, you have no excuse to not get out of the
A
house.
lot going on.
We have so many events, and you can keep up with all of them at lemonadio.com. Events on Cape Cod. Our Facebook page is growing, and that is totally open to anybody to post whatever event it is. It is not sponsored. It's not promoted. There's over 10,000 people on there that share different stuff that are going on in the Cape, and I'm so proud of that group because most of you are really respectful, and I'm thankful for you. It's always some. You know, it's going to regulate in some fashion. Somebody's going to push the envelope too far. It always happens. Anything else that we need to get out there before we leave everyone for a great weekend?
No, I would say if anybody's looking for a makeup artist, Andrea makeup.com.
You are amazing. I've seen your work. You've seen her work in magazines and you didn't even know it. Every time I look at him, I look for the makeup
Aw,
artist
thanks.
and it's always Andrea. I was like, I knew it.
No, there's some wonderful makeup artists on this Cape Cod of ours, and I'm happy to be one of them. So Yeah.
test trials, you're coming to visit, anything that you need, this lovely lady will make you look amazing.
And then, yeah, just Flapjack Comedy and the Polar Plunge.
Yeah.
And Trevi.
I know,
Come for a
right?
cheese board.
I'll be
And the mushrooms, Ted. Come for the mushrooms.
The
The
mushrooms are
mushrooms.
We
back.
have the mushrooms.
Yes.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Whatever it is out there, be kind. We'll talk soon. Bye. I got the mushrooms. The mushrooms. Now I want mushrooms. The funny
They-
kind.
They are so good.
I'm kidding.